Good evening to everybody, members of the media. Um, Congratulations first. I have to start by congratulating the football club, the technical team, the players, especially as always, an incredible team, incredible human beings, and uh, and the supporters, of course, for getting the bragging rights in a derby, which is very important. Congratulate the team for setting another record and breaking, in fact, and setting another record, 9 straight wins for the first time. A record that's almost been standing for 2 decades. Um, so incredible what this group keeps doing, and the hunger and the desire to keep going. And yeah, to beat a very good side, a very difficult side, Supersport is very tough to beat. Always organized, physicality, set pieces, throw-ins, standard situations, so difficult to deal with. But I thought the players did very, very well, and we created so many chances today. I don't know how it stayed only 2-0. We had so many chances. Peter could have scored a hat trick. Lucas could have scored maybe one more. Levo Mabue had another two very good situations. So, but okay, good 2-0, limited to limit Supersport with the percentage game that they play to really, really have chances. I don't remember Ronan having to make a very serious save. So, yeah, very proud of this group and proud of the performance and the fact that we won. I'm members of the media, open for some questions. Kindly identify yourself as well as your media publication. Kinsale from Mamelodi blog. Evening, coach. Evening, Kens. My question is still simmering in my head, so it's not really complete. But I hope we find each other. 2 weeks back, you spoke about what's the word? Relationism. And I spotted how Lebo was moving around Bless every time he hit the ball, and how Bless was moving around Lebo every time he hit the ball. And again, on Sunday, you spoke about playing players on merit and not just to give minutes because you are resting players for other games. Um, how I don't even know if the question is how satisfying is it, or how do you get these guys to you spoke now of hunger. How good is it, or how satisfying is it for the technical team, for a player like Blessa, a player like Levo to come on when you don't have Marcelo, you don't have Mishishi starting to give that type of performance? Very satisfying. How do we do it? Well, you need good football players who are good human beings, and it's not always nice talks. It's we have to push. We have to, but it's my job. I have to do my job. I'm paid to help the team to get results, and fortunately, I sit in a position where I'm extremely privileged, where I work with very good players who happen to be very good human beings, and then I've got the support of a very good structure from the entire club, from senior management all the way to the technical team, and uh, and the objectives are very, very clear. So a lot of credit needs to go to everybody involved at the football club, because it's not a one-man show, so, but it is extremely satisfying to see that type of performance with and followed up from a performance that was against the difficult Najibu team, and then to see, I thought Musa was amazing today. Musa was brilliant. Brian Onyango was excellent. Rushin was good. Runs are very stable. No, zero mistakes even in the build-up. Now Mahema is coming slowly. Lucas was unbelievable. Tapelo is also getting his feet coming. Peter, with pressing and movements, and he gives the team so much. Lebo gave us a lot, especially in the midfield. Him and Blesser, the connection and the movements,
to help us to get to the next line. They were very, very good, and the subs were very good. Shishi was excellent. Looked fresher, mobile, connecting passes and helping us to play and with a bit more control. And Tabza came also again, gives stability, experience, connects passes. Gaston comes in, good attitude, tries to help the team still apply the pressure from the top. It was so nice to see Sifisongo Beni also on the pitch. What a good. Ngobs is such a good human being. I wish I could give him more chances to play, But as I said, he has to compete also for his position, and it's tough there. There's AB, there's there's probably even a Modiba in that space, which is not something I like, but it's Modiba. There's also Terence now, who's really also improving and getting better. So it is satisfying, and they've got to take a lot of the credit, to be honest with you.
Coach Kapang from Sokolokuma, you mentioned
How are you, Tapa? Good, my brother.
you mentioned that the Rush was good. Why off at the break? And the second one is that goal that Today scored. Excitement from the team. Looks like it's something that comes from training. The way the goal
um, um, why did I take Rouge off? Because it's just precautionary, him and Taps. If they felt a little bit of a niggle, and I always say to them, smallest of pain, please. We are in a very difficult period where we've got so many games. We've got 10 games, okay, 9 now, up until the end of the year, and that's a huge volume. So we can't afford more injuries. I think you've already seen the list of injuries that we are suffering. It's too much already. So the principle now is small pain. You've got to speak, and then we have to try to manage the squad, and that's why I took Tapel off, and that's why I took because Tapel also felt a little bit of a pain. Lucas felt something, so I also had to pull him off. Um, Rushin felt something also in the adductor, and we had to take him off. Would have loved to put Grant in, but Grant has been also since before the FIFA break. Grant's been struggling with a couple of situations. There's not even one injury with Grant, and I was too scared to give him 45, so I went a little bit more conservative with Sailor, who also has been struggling with a little bit of fatigue because he hasn't had some time to rest. We tried to rest him today, and I thought Brian was very good even at right back, and we did that deliberate because we had analyzed how Krobler plays on the left and the balls come, and so of course with the aerial duels, Brian versus Krobler, and Krobler is very dangerous in those situations. And Brian was very good defensively and offensively with the build-up. He gets criticized a lot, Brian, but I thought today was very very good. Musa very good. Lebu, they give a lot of qualities, and they give their best, and that's what we require. The set piece, yeah, I don't like taking credit for things, so I'd rather leave it at that. You can have the ideas, and we have a set piece coach. So when I come sometimes with these things, fortunately I get the support also of the technical team, and then the players have to execute, and that's the most important part. So congratulations to them for executing it so well, and it was amazing, and it's good to see it come off. So congratulations to the team and everybody, the technical team too. Good evening, sir. Oh, yes, with Ellen Freeze. It's a very interesting story. One day I have to tell about that trip, but not today. No, there's a very, you must ask Coach Kevin Johnson. There's a very interesting story about that trip. We were, I'll tell it one day. Yeah, no, I'll tell it one day. It's a, you must ask Ellen Freeze and Coach Kevin. No, no, it will take too long. But it's a very interesting story. And we had just come shopping. And no. I'll tell that story. I'll tell. It's a very interesting. Not for today. It's a very interesting story, a very funny story. So okay, well, we went to play a tournament with under 19s of Platinum Stars at that time. Coach Kevin was the head of youth, and myself and Coach Alan Fries were coaching the under 19s. We had a very good team, and we played some very top teams. I remember one of the games we played was against Barcelona, and they had some of the players, Montoya. I don't know if you remember some of the players that ended up making it into the final. We drew 0-0 with that team. We had Dinon Lovu. We had a very good team. Anyway, so we went shopping in Obendorf. It was a city called Obendorf. I'll never forget. And small little shops. And then we went into this jewelry shop. We didn't buy anything. We bought some chocolates. I remember Freezy had to buy something for Mary, and Kevin also bought. We bought some souvenirs, some things. We got to our hotel. We get a phone call that says the lady at the jewelry shop says there's a piece that is worth a necklace that is worth, I can't remember the amount of money that's missing. And we were the first culprits, like the first suspects. So, so you can just imagine Ellen Fries. It was very funny. So he calls me Ellen Fries and he says, "Hey, Mokwena, Sabat is John Chile, that is John Chile, but I spoke about my boys." It was very funny. No, I don't know if it's as funny as I'm telling it. But you can imagine, I don't know if you guys know Ellen Fries and his character, you know? And he's now saying, "Mokwena, uyithathile wena le nto le." So he's asking me because no mina ngingatshontsha kanjani manje necklace. But no bazosivalela eGermany angeke sabuyela South Africa. They fetched us. We had to go to back to the jewelry shop. We had to ask the lady to show us the cameras. She didn't want to show us the cameras because Kevin Johnson said, "No, I didn't steal the necklace." Freezy said, "No, I didn't steal the necklace. I definitely didn't steal the necklace." So it was a very funny story. So, but no, no, no. This one was is two gifts. Anyway, so that was, yeah. Anyway, let's stick to football. You'll ask Kevin Johnson the story also one day. Yo, it's a very difficult question you ask me because the Sundowns coach says Sailor is going nowhere because I'm very selfish. We need our best players, and we are not a selling club, and that's very clear. But the human being that understands that life is about growth and there's targets and there's people have, it's the same way I dealt with the Cassius situation. And as difficult as it was for us to let go of Cassius, but when there's big opportunities and there's possibilities for growth and it makes sense for all parties involved, Sundowns included, then I but I can't entertain it at the moment because it's just talk, and there's nothing on the table at the moment. He's an unbelievable football player, and he's an incredible human being. Say like such a kind-hearted soul, and a very important part of our team. Very, very important part of our team. So it's difficult to entertain those type of talks because it's just talks, and there's nothing concrete. And if I answer it only as the Sundowns coach, I would say to you, hands off. Mm, It's very difficult. It's the same way you go to Man City and you ask for Kyle Walker. It's very difficult.
Okay, the last two questions. Coach, in the first half,
How you Skip?
I'm fine. How are you?
Very well. How you Skip? Thank you, Skips. I love your pants, by the way.
Oh yeah, thank you. Thank you. They look almost like
Yeah, no, no, no. The level is high, guys. Eh? You really, really, you're raising the bar. Eh?
I'll put the
Uh,
it's in my couch. Release it, my dear. Release it. This man is here. So coach, in the first half, so you had talent on the left,
yes.
but he was more like he was a left tail. He was just
Yeah.
further up.
Yeah.
With Tapelo also up, and these are two players that can take the line, but you never took the line. But the goal came from the other side, but the inside space. And then in the second half as well, when Taylor came on, it was almost the same thing with Brian coming in.
Yep.
Can you tell us the thinking behind that? What are you looking for when you have two players that can play down the wing, but you don't play down the wing, still coming in?
Mm, I'll tell you at the end of the season because next season we'll play different. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We are always improving. And I've already got some ideas about how I want to play next season already. It's crazy. Uh, but it's good observations that you've made. A lot of it has to do with personnel, what we have available, their strengths, but also with possibilities to open up certain spaces in relation to how we analyze the opposition. So, so So I don't want to go too much into it, but I mean, for an example, if you have Brian Onyango playing right back, I'm not expecting Brian to play and enter the final third. It was a very good run that he made, and he passed to Lebo. He drove in and he passed to Lebo. And yeah, it's unbelievable. In fact, even 3 seconds before that, he had actually lost the ball, and he sprinted to help, and Blesser helped him to counter press, and he won it and he drove in. And he played very, very well, Brian. But it's quality of the players trying to make them comfortable on the pitch, but also trying to find certain dynamics and schemes to give us possibilities to create chances. That's the most I can give you. If I can give you more, I'm giving too much away.
Coach, maybe because of him, so okay.
Mr. Koza, sir.
I know your focus was on this match today, but just moving ahead to the weekend, the free ticket.
Yeah.
What can we expect and how important is it to keep the momentum?
Yeah, very important to keep our momentum going. Very, very important. It's an important game for us. Is in my experience is a little bit with the Champions League. There are probably three very, very hostile environments, and Lubumbashi is one of them. If it's not number one, it's number two in the top three. And so that's the biggest thing for us that we have to. But now we've played in Casablanca, we've played in Algeria, we've played in Cairo, and those were very hostile too. I remember when we went to Ghana, Midiema, yeah, Midiema was hostile. So that's the first thing we're going to have to do, and then it's the artificial pitch against a very physical team. I watched them against Pyramids, but I watched as a spectator, so I can't say much. And up until I check tonight, I have a lot of homework. So it's to check this game first, do the corrections, because tomorrow morning the players have got to come in. We've got to see some of the good and things that we have to improve. So that's the starting point. And before I can even talk about Mazembe, we have to recover the team, lots of rest, drink lots of water, and prepare ourselves to travel tomorrow for what's going to be a very difficult trip away from home. Tough team, and the game against Pyramids was a very good game, and you could see the level of physicality. That's Champions League football for you. No, short tackle, yeah, yeah.
Just looking at Grant Mahman and how he's been pushed out of the squad,
Yeah.
what boxes do you not take this?
Well, I try to stay away from commenting about players that do not belong to the club. So it would be unfortunate for me to answer that question because out of respect for Grant, out of respect for Supersport as a football club because he's their player. So you'll excuse me for not answering that, except to say that my experiences with working with him were I've only got good things to say about Grant as a human being. He's a top level guy. He's like Lyle Lakay, Lyle before kickoff comes and he greets and warm hug, and so football is football. Sometimes these things happen. It's not that you don't tick boxes. Sometimes it's just football that you need a different environment, and that happens in football. So
Thank you, coach.
thank you so much.